It is me. It is me, okay? Tackle junkies, what's going on, fellas? This was an accident. I did not mean to shave my beard off, so hopefully you still recognize me. It's been like a long time since I've had a beard. It's already growing back a little bit. I was trying to get my line kind of straight over here. It went down too low. There was no turning back. I just had to shave it off, so it'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry. Really appreciate you guys clicking on the video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, definitely consider subscribing. Don't forget to ring that bell. The way you guys are notified every time I release a new video. Always smash the thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. All right, today we're talking sealing cork rods. Now, I did a video on this years ago, and I'll link it down below. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to seal a rod in this video as well, but I just really wanted to do an update on how those rods are doing now after being sealed, you know, years ago. Like how did they last? I mean, these diving rods that those have been sealed probably 6-7 years ago maybe. And the Savvy, I used a ton. I don't use it as much now as I did then, but it was used a ton. Cork still looks great. Let's just go ahead and grab it. Okay, here is the Savvy. Okay, now probably not the best grade cork on this price point rod, but you can see, I mean, the cork still looks pretty solid. Okay, I've only sealed these the one time, and just cleaning them, all I do is just take a little rag, soapy water, wipe them down. That's all I've ever done to these after I sealed them. And I mean, they look solid. There's not a lot of cork, you know, filler popping out and all that. I mean, they look really nice for, like I said, maybe 6-7 years old, and they still look that good. Okay, another one that I used a lot, this one here, Champ 703 medium heavy fast. You know, this one got used a ton. Again, it still looks dang near brand new. Now, the cork sealer does darken the cork a little bit. That's not like, they're not dirty. You know, I do keep them pretty clean. You know, end of the season, I always wipe them down and all that. So it does help to, you know, keep up with them. You know, like I said, every so often, or I do it every year, just wipe them down. Or if I get a bunch of like fish slime on them, I'll wipe them down that day. But like I said, for the most part, once a year I wipe them down, and they still look, like I said, that good. But like I said, what you're seeing, the darker color here, that's pretty much the sealer. Okay, let's give you a quick example. Okay, this one here is what I'm getting ready to seal. You can see how light that one is. Okay, this one here is one that I just did. I'm not going to touch it yet, it's not even dry, but you can kind of get an idea there how much darker that the cork is once it's sealed. Okay, this one's probably about dry, so it'll probably end up being about that color compared to the one below. Okay, kind of funny, when I did that video on the Guggen rod here, and I think in that video, I think I put on there the concept A, and somebody said something like, the cork handles are too dark, they don't match the cork. And I already knew I was going to seal this cork, so once I do, it's going to darken up and it'll match the handles really well on the concept A. But that's the reel that I'm going to be putting on this rod right here. Now, I did put a picture on Facebook, I don't know, a week or two ago, when I had these rods laid up here, and I think I said, you know, what am I doing now or whatever. And a few of you guys, I think it said sealing the cork. And that's what I was going to do then. But this right here is my original bottle, and it's probably maybe right about here, okay? And you can see, maybe, it hardened. So, got the rods out here, got everything prepped, and like I said, went to do the video, and my sealer was hardened up, I couldn't do it, so I had to order another bottle. But like I said, it's probably down to about here. This stuff will last a long time. I've done a ton of rods with this. You don't need much at all to seal the cork. So, I mean, I got a lot of use out of this bottle. It is a shame that it hardened up, but like I said, I got my money's worth out of it. So keep in mind, if you've had it laying around for a while, it may no longer be any good. I had no idea that it hardened up until I went to grab it. And if you're curious which rods I'm doing, these are going to be my new cranking rods this season. You guys know I love shallow cranking. These are the new Guide Select crank rods from Okuma. And like I said, I haven't had Cork handle rods in a while, and I'm pretty excited to be playing around with these. I got 4 of the 7-footers and I got 2 of the 6'9". The 6'9" I'm going to use for top water and jerk baits, and the 7-footers are going to be shallow cranking. I'm going to put 2 Elites on 2 of them, and I have 2 Zillion 6.3s, hopefully here really soon. They're already on order. You guys know how it is right now. As soon as they arrive, 2 of them will be going on these rods right here. So I just want to give you guys just kind of a quick update, you know, how the Cork looks so many years down the road. So if you guys have not sealed your Cork rods, I highly recommend it. You can see over the years, it truly makes the Cork last longer and look, you know, much better. Now, I've done majority of my rods brand new. So as soon as I took off the plastic wrap, I sealed them right then. So that's probably the best time to do it. But let's say you used them for a while and now you want to seal them, or you want to repair them and seal them. To clean them, Magic Eraser works really well. Years ago, I'm not even sure I'm even gonna link that video down below. It's probably pretty embarrassing, but years ago, I used baby wipes. They still work great to this day, but like I said, that was an old video. I will link it down below if I can find it. But yeah, baby wipes, even just soap and water, a little toothbrush I used to use, but I think the best thing is probably Magic Eraser. Works really well. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down real fast. I'll grab a rod, show you guys, you know, how to seal one if you didn't see my last video, plus I'll link my last one down below as well. Now, I did tape off the Cork here. I'm not sure if sealer were to get on the reel seat, and there's some rings around the butt section here. I'm not sure if the sealer would leave marks on that or not. I don't believe so. I believe in the past it just wipes right off. But I did tape it off. That's not necessary, but like I said, I do usually do it every time. Now, they do recommend using a bristle brush. I've never used a bristle brush. I've had the best luck with these little foam, I don't know, foam brushes, we'll just call them. Now, the deal with this, you don't want to put too much on. The Cork is only going to accept so much sealer. So you cannot put on a second coat. It just won't accept it. So like I said, you don't want to put too much, because only so much is going to seep into the Cork. Okay, it's only going to absorb so much. So like I said, don't overdo it, and that's one reason I really like the foam. If I feel too much is on there, I can just kind of roll the brush around and get the excess, or I guess the foam pad around, and get the excess off there. So anyways, that's why I don't use the brush. I prefer the foam pad or the foam brush versus the bristles. So anyways, let's get a little dab on there, and I'm just putting the tip, just the tip. See how it feels. Just the tip, okay? And like I said, that's all you're doing is putting it on there like so. Rotate the rod. And there's the Cork here, and I believe that's kind of like some rubberized Cork on the ends. I seal over that as well. I've never had any issues doing that. The Dobbins rods have that little rubberized Cork there as well. But like I said, you don't want to overdo it. I mean, I only dipped just the tip, and just that one dip was more than enough to do this part of the handle here. And I just keep rotating it. I'm saying turning the handle here, and just keep basically rubbing it in there. I'm not overdoing it. Okay, and then I'll come to the end here. This one's just a little bit tricky, and just a dab on there. I mean, I'm barely getting it wet. I'm just kind of running it along this edge here, if you guys can see that, just to get that rubberized Cork there. That should do it there. So another quick wipe down here. And like I said, this is probably not necessary to do, but if you want to take care of your gear, you'll get the most out of your gear, make it last as long as possible, I definitely recommend it. We've all had rods in the past, I'm sure, where the Cork is just falling apart. I mean, years ago, I mean, when I first started bass fishing, when I didn't know anything even about you know, sealing the cork and taking care of your gear and all that, of course, those handles were falling apart. But like I said, ever since I've, you know, been using the sealer on the cork, I've never had any issues. And to be honest, I think it makes them look cooler as well. I do like the darker look of it. But I want to say it does give it just a bit more grip as well. It's kind of like, I mean, cork already feels dry, but it almost gives it like a dry textured feel as well. So I do believe it does give you just a hair more grip as well. I'm sure there's other things you can use. Like I said, I use the U40. I'm sure, I think I've seen guys use polyurethane before and things like that. But I mean, for $5, the U40 works great. Never had any issues with it, so I'll just continue to use it. Well guys, that's pretty much it there. I'm just rotating the handles to make sure I got it all rubbed in. I don't have any runs, didn't leave too much behind there. Looks real good. Now it will be dry in about 30 minutes to where you can touch it, and then you're able to use it within 24 hours. So I gotta work the next few days, so by the time I use these rods, I will be good to go. So now I'll go ahead and pull off the tape here. This is just like blue painter's tape. Like I said, this may or may not be necessary, but I did it just because it's how I am. You guys know I can't help myself sometimes. Like I said, there's that chrome ring or nickel ring there. I'm not sure if that would leave marks on it or not, but like I said, everything looks good. Might as well just tape it off. Takes an extra second or two and you're good to go. So looks great, and that is how you guys seal your cork handles. Well guys, that should wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I just wanted to make this quick video showing you guys how the cork has held up over the years. You know, for a few bucks, it's a great way to protect your investments. If you guys, you know, run cork handles, I highly recommend that you guys seal them up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. We'll see you guys on the next one.